Hello there, everyone. How are you all doing? Today, I'm going to be ranking all running backs in the NFL from last year, from S through F, and then maybe even a trash tier if I feel like it's necessary. We got a ton of different running backs on here. I don't want to go in depth on every single one, but definitely some of the important ones I'll kind of go over. If you would like to see more videos in the future like this, please leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So first up is Aaron Jones of the Minnesota Vikings. He's a bit of an older back. Definitely didn't have as good of a season last year as maybe he would have liked. But I also believe he was injured a little bit last season as well, so it's not necessarily fault of his own, but Jordan Mason kind of took his shine last year at points. Overall, I feel like as a running back, B tier makes sense. He's starting to age out of his prime a little bit. But he's still a solid running back, all things considered. Speaking of aging out of your prime, next up we have Austin Ekeler. Now, Austin Ekeler is coming off of, I think, a blown ACL that he tore in the first game of the season. He's not even on an NFL team now. Hopefully he recovered well, but he's going to go in F tier at this point in time. He's not even on a team. So, yeah. Next up, we have Bijan Robinson. Bijan, S tier. I don't think I really have to explain myself. He's absolutely killed it every single time he's on the field this year, these past 2 seasons, and even since he got drafted, really. He's been the main guy for the Falcons, 11 touchdowns, almost 1,500 rushing yards at 135 game. Yeah, he's a dog. So we're going to put Bijan in S tier. Next up, we have Blake Cornum. Blake Cornum is more so like... he's not even the best running back on the team. He's kind of whatever. I think I'm going to put him in... I think C tier is fair. He's kind of just like a guy who can take advantage of the opportunity that he's been given. Which sometimes that's all you need. But it doesn't necessarily make for an incredible running back. So he's going to go in the C tier. Next up, we have Jaden Blue. I mean, he just got drafted last year. So I don't really have anything to say about him. He had a cool game against the Giants at the end of the year, which is cool, I guess. I'll put him in the D tier for now. I don't really know enough about him to, really have anything of value or importance to say about him. So yeah, I think D tier seems about right. Next up, we have Braylon Allen. Kind of like a similar song and dance. He's the number 2 running back. I haven't really seen anything incredible from him, and he's even fumbled. He averages 23 yards, like 4.5 a carry, which isn't horrible. He's not bad. He's just kind of whatever. Put him in C tier. Breece Hall, pretty damn good running back, I can't lie to you. He definitely has his moments. All in all, I didn't think he was going to be Jet this offseason, but he re-upped with them, I believe. Definitely a good running back. I think I'm going to put him in B tier above Aaron Jones. I think that's Krosky Merritt. Next up, we have Brian Thomas Jr. Brian Thomas, definitely not a horrible running back. I believe in the year prior with the Commanders, he had a pretty damn good season. I don't think he's a horrible back, but I don't think he's like a top of the line back. I think top of C tier makes sense to me. Bucky Irving. Bucky Irving, I'm going to put firmly in the A tier. When he's healthy, he's a really good running back. But he's not like top of the line elite. He was a great fantasy pull for me one year. I will never forget Bucky Irving in the 24-25 season. That was some crazy clutch on him. Definitely a good running back, though. Just will he be healthy is kind of the question right now. But I think he will be, and hopefully he doesn't have any lingering, injury issues down the road. Speaking of lingering injury issues, Cam Scattaboo. Last year was his first year, and he made a pretty damn good impact. But he did blow every muscle in his body pretty much, and probably had 15 concussions. So just based off of injury history alone, I'm going to put him in B tier. He's probably better than Aaron Jones as a running back right now. But injury questions put him below Breece Hall for me. Chase Brown, I'm going to put him in B tier. He's not a horrible running back. He's probably better than Brian Thomas. But not like crazy good. You know what I mean? Chuba Hubbard, he's going to go in B tier below Scat. Just solid all-around running back. Christian McCaffrey's going to go in the S tier. I think he's worse than Bijan, but it's really splitting hairs. It's just a question of who do you like more, a running back or like a mixed running receiving back. It's really just a matter of preference. So it could go really either way. James Cook, A tier. Probably Bucky Irving. He has the pedigree and he has the seasons that show that he's really good. Just overall, I mean, a really good back. He knows how to help support Josh Allen. And without him, I think Josh Allen would be lost. So frankly, Josh Allen, give him a high five next time you see him. He deserves it, bro. Next up is Mont. Now he's in Houston, so he'll be the number 1 back for the Texans. And so with that in mind, I'll put him at the very, very top of... That's Derrick Henry. We're not there yet. I'll put him at the very, very top of B tier. He's a little bit on the older side, but he'll definitely get a lot of run. Next year's kind of like a make or break year for him. So it's definitely kind of like we'll see what happens. But the caliber of running back that he is right now, top of B tier makes sense to me. Derrick Henry is S tier. I think he's below the other two at this point in his career. But Derrick Henry is still Derrick Henry. And I'm afraid that if I put him in the B tier or the A tier, I'm going to get smacked. So I'm not. Next up. I was right. Next up, we have Devin Singletary. I don't really care for Devin Singletary very much. He's going to go in C tier, below Blake Cornum. Devon Achane, definitely A tier. Devon Achane is one of those running backs where he's low-key really underrated because he plays for the Dolphins. If he played for any other team, well, not any other team, but if he played for a more competent team, he'd probably be getting a lot more respect. He's just one of those running backs where he'll do anything that you need him to do, but he definitely damn straight knows how to run through a D-line like it's no one's business. So, I mean, yeah. He's just really good at what he does. And there's not really much else to it. Next up, we have Jerome Ford. I'm going to be honest. I don't really care about Jerome Ford. He's going to go in D tier. After that, we have... I'm going to be very real with you. I have no idea who this next guy is. So I'm just going to put him in D tier, I guess. I don't really know. Travion Henderson. B tier for sure. He showed in flashes that he can be an elite running back, so he could definitely jump up in this tier list. But right now we just only have seen flashes. We haven't really seen any like concrete games, or like over a full-fledged season, if you get what I mean. So I'm gonna put him in B tier. Jahmyr Gibbs, S tier, one of the best running backs in the NFL. Not even really contention. James Conner, coming off of a blown leg, I'll put him in top of C tier. If you asked me at the start of last year, I would have put him in this like B tier range. Probably a C tier back right now though. Javonte Williams, had like a really good year last year. It was like a weirdly good year. Javante, he'll go above Travion and above Scadaboo. He had a really crazy year last year. All right, so next up we have Jaylen Warren. Jaylen Warren, he's actually a pretty solid running back. I'll put him in B tier above Chase Brown. He just needs a little bit more run, but he'll get that run in Pittsburgh this year. So, yeah, I mean, he's great. Ashton Genty, in his rookie year, didn't look incredible, but I think he'll be better next year. I think it's more so a fault of the O-line than it is him. So C tier for right now, just based off of the production, but overall talent, he'd be in the B or the A tier. This is, I believe, Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is going to go C tier. He didn't have a great year last year. Regression's starting to catch up with him. Injuries are starting to catch up with him. It's kind of just, it is what it is now. Next up, we have Jonathan Taylor, S tier. One of the best running backs in the league. He's just insane at, big stretches of just dashing down the field. I mean, he gets down there, dude. Definitely a big speed back. He was firmly in the MVP race for most of last year. I think he ended with I don't want to sound insane, but I think he had 22 touchdowns last year. Maybe I'm gassing it a little. No, he had 20 touchdowns, yeah. He cooled off towards the end of the year for sure, but that game versus Atlanta, peak game. I watched that shit live. It was so good. Next up, Josh Jacobs. All right. He might not even play next season because of this domestic violence stuff. Assuming he does play, he'll be in the top of B tier. Actually, we'll put him in A. He's pretty good, but he might not play because of this domestic violence stuff, which would not be a surprise. So, Justice Hill, don't really care for Justice Hill. He's going to go in D tier. Kenneth Walker is in the A tier back right now, but he's kind of in between that A and B. He just had a really good playoff run, and I think that's kind of what it was. But, I mean, he's also just a good back in general, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was kind of like a... It sounds mean, but maybe like a fluky postseason, where he definitely overperformed to what his expectations probably should be. And so with that in mind, I'll put him there. But I could totally see it going, one way or another. I could be wrong. I could be right. I don't really know. I'm just, going off my read here. Next guy up is Caleb Johnson. We didn't really get to see a ton from him, so I'm just going to put him in the D tier. Alvin Kamara, this point in his career is C tier. The decline is starting to hit him pretty damn hard. He's had good seasons. He's had good years. But, I mean, it kind of is what it is. He had a good career, and that's all you really got to care about. Next up, Kyren Williams. Kyren is going to go in A tier. He's probably better than Kenneth. And probably worse than Jacobs. I feel like that seems about right. Next up, I know this guy's a Cowboy. I have no idea who this is. Miles Sanders. Oh, wow. Miles Sanders was on the Cowboys last year? Damn. All right. F tier. Not a good back. He's old. He can't really play anymore. He probably should have retired a while ago. So, Najee, D tier right now. Not a good season last year. Getting up there in age. A little injury prone. And when you have Omari and Hampton, you don't really need Najee Harris. So, yeah. But Hampton, going to be great next year. Without a doubt. Definitely one of the better running backs in the NFL. Overall, just a really good player. Next up, Isaiah Pacheco, D tier. I don't think I really care about Isaiah Pacheco anymore. Actually, that is not Isaiah Pacheco. This is Isaiah Pacheco. Yeah, I mean, he had a cool year like 2 years ago or like 3 years ago, something like that. But he's really just not all that anymore. Just to keep it, a $150 with you, he's just not really all that. So he's gonna go in that D tier. I don't even know who this next guy is. Come to think of it, these might be rookies. Maybe I just don't know ball. All right. Let's try and figure out who this is. I just don't know ball. This is an Ohio State player. All right, yeah, I think this is Quinshon Judkins. If this is Quinshon Judkins, I think I'm gonna put him in the top C with Genty. Definitely really good. He's a solid player all around. And I think that with a better O-line, he'll definitely pop off. Rashad White, he's kind of whatever, bottom of the C tier. Ramondre Stevenson, same for him, although he had his moments last year. RJ Harvey, I'm actually going to put in B tier with Chase Brown. If you don't know about RJ Harvey, he had a really, really, really good year last year. I mean, he's not a crazy running back, but he finally got his opportunity with the Broncos after being in Baltimore. And when he got that opportunity, he ran with it, man. Next up, Saquon. I think he still goes in S tier, but he's starting to teeter on that A tier. Last year was a very down season for him. I'm willing to still put him up there, but I could also see him moving down later. DeAndre Swift, solid running back for the Bears. Probably a little better than Chuba, maybe a little better than Cam. Nah, not better than Cam. He'll go into B tier. Tank Bigsby, he'll go into C. Tony Pollard is going to go into C tier. Travis Etienne, I'll put in A tier. Etienne's pretty damn good. If you don't know, I believe he's a Saint now. So he's going to take Kamara's job for the most part, which is probably a good thing. The Saints need a new running back, and Travis Etienne is definitely going to put in that work for him. Tyrone Tracy, C tier. He's the backup to Scatterboo now, but in years prior, he had good seasons. Tajay Spears. If you don't know about Tajay Spears, I'm really high on Tajay Spears. I think he's going to be a B tier running back next year. I could look stupid. I'm just really high on Tajay. I think when he gets the chance, he's going to run with it. Pun intended. Tyler Algier, solid running back, probably top of C tier. I think this is Jaden Wright or something like that. I'll put him in D tier. I don't know a ton about him. And Zach Charbonnet, he's going to be taking over the starting job from Kenneth Walker. He's going to be really good. So this is going to be my tier list for all NFL running backs. If you enjoyed and you would like to see this for maybe quarterbacks or wide receivers or defensive players, please leave a like and subscribe and come back for more. See ya.